You're watching Rockin' and Roll. I'm Betty Man. And I'm Pretty Girl. And we're the Thompsons. And we have a story to tell you.
Hey, you're watching Rockin' and Rollin'. Hey, so last time we left you guys, I believe we had just gotten 4 brand new wheels on our rig. The flies are killing me. And we were driving across the Arizona desert. The Arizona desert. Oh, in the heat of summer, 114 degrees outside. And it's our first time towing our rig a real long distance, fully loaded.
It was an all-day trip. And it was hot.
Hey, you're watching Rockin' and Rollin'. All right, so last episode we left you guys. We were just putting 4 brand new wheels on our rig and we were getting ready to drive across the desert in Arizona to California in the middle of 114 degree weather. And this is the first long trip that we've done with our rig fully loaded.
We picked a really, really great day to travel across the desert.
Yes, highly recommend you guys maybe waiting until the weather cools off a little bit.
Yes.
I don't know what the heck we were thinking, but we were trying to get to cooler weather. We were headed to Southern California to Menifee to a 1,000 Trails RV park called Wilderness Lakes,
Yes.
right? So this is our first experience with 1,000 Trails. We thought we'd try it out because it seems like a good idea to spend, you know, just a few $100 for the year and get free RV hookups pretty much every other week. And so we thought we'd try it out, get our feet wet in 1,000 Trails, and we checked out this Wilderness Lakes RV park, and boy, was it just okay.
That's putting it nicely.
Well, here's the thing. It is nice, but it's not the nicest.
It is what it is.
It did turn out to be a good investment because since then we've been at one other 1,000 Trails location, and so just those 2 stays together have added up to the total annual membership. So pretty much anywhere that we stay from here on out will be free whenever we are close to 1,000 Trails.
Yeah, and if you can get a reservation.
And if you can get a reservation. That's the other thing, is we're horrible at planning. But anyway, back to Wilderness Lakes. Like I said, I would say, I mean, we haven't been doing this a whole long time, so I don't know what the standard is for RV parks, but it was just okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely not a destination, it's a place to stay.
Yeah, and you don't want to get there after hours, which is what we did. And we ended up boondocking in their parking lot till the next morning when we could get a spot because it was quiet hours. They won't let you in after
11,
yes,
I think. And I think we showed up at about 11:20.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, you can't park your rig, but you can pull off to the side here and you can dry camp overnight until you can pick a spot in the morning.
But I will say that the customer service was stellar. They were some of the nicest people that work there. The park itself wasn't great, but the people that work there are awesome.
But anyway, like I said, we didn't capture a whole lot of B-roll there because it just wasn't anything special. The most special thing that happened while we were there is that my little pretty girl learned how to ride a bike without training wheels at the age of 4. Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked about that. She's killing it at riding a bike, and we're definitely a bike riding family, so that just makes my heart really happy.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun experience getting to be on the road and watching your daughter learn something while you're on the road. It's kind of cool just to experience something like that.
Yep. Good point.
Good point.
I'm just trying to make it make sense.
I'm trying to finish a thought.
I know. Well, I'm trying to not have to put sub-captions on
Okay.
screen.
So from this point in Menifee, we were headed up towards Yosemite for our annual family vacation that we do every year.
That's the thing about annual vacations. They happen every year.
For our yearly annual vacation every year. And we weren't sure we wanted to go all the way to Yosemite quite yet. We wanted to break it up into smaller segments.
So something you guys should know about 1,000 Trails is that you can stay up to 2 weeks for free, but then before you can book another 1,000 Trails park, you actually need to be out of their system for 7 days. So we needed to find a spot in between here and Groveland, which was the next 1,000 Trails RV park, which is just outside of Yosemite, we wanted to stay at. But we had to find a place in between that we could stay for 7 days. And Jenna actually found a really good place to stay.
Yeah, it was kind of a hidden gem. I researched a few different apps, and if you're not familiar with them, we can put them in the description below. But there's ALLSTAYS, Campendium, iOverlander, I think is another one. Just kind of researching where to go, and I think in between all of those is how I found Riverbend RV Park in Sanger, California, which was really cool.
Yeah, just outside of Fresno, I think just east of Fresno. And it was beautiful there. I was shocked. I mean, this RV park it's literally built on a riverbend, so I guess you could get into that from the name. But yeah, just big, gorgeous trees. And I think also the time of year that we happened to be there, the weather was good, if not maybe just a tad hot, but the leaves were starting to turn and falling from the trees, and every time the breeze picked up, it would just rain leaves, and it was super cool.
It was really pretty. And it was also, we found out as we were looking at it, right near Sequoia National Forest and is it Kings Canyon National Forest. So they're both right there, not too far from it, which is kind of fun to be able to go visit those locations as well.
Yeah, so we actually did. We took a day trip up to Sequoia/Kings Canyon. I don't know exactly where we went, but we went to go check out the giant sequoias.
The second largest.
Yeah, General Grant
tree
is the second largest tree in the world we saw, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, you can also find the General Sherman there too, which I guess is the world's largest tree. It was just a little bit too far of a drive for us. But the cool thing about this park is right behind it is like a pathway. You can ride your bikes. There's just a lot in the vicinity. There's a fruit stand you can go to that we went and visited and got fresh fruit, fresh peaches, which was awesome.
Full hookups. 50 amp service, and it wasn't that expensive. I think the weekly, we bought a full week because we needed 7 days to be out of the 1,000 Trails system, and I think it came out to like $20-something a night, $25,
like
$26 a night maybe, which is pretty cheap, I think, as far as like full hookups, especially for a park this nice. I mean, it's just really well groomed and just beautiful. We loved it there.
Yeah, and I think we can put the link in the description too if you guys want to check it out. So after leaving Sanger, we headed up toward Groveland. I will say the roads were a little bit daunting for me. Maybe not so much for Dan, but I was a little nervous of heading up to Groveland because Groveland is higher elevation.
So to get there, we had to go up this thing called Priest Grade, which was like, how many miles? 8 miles.
Something like that.
It's like a 7 or 8% grade, so pretty steep. And we've not really explored what the truck and trailer are capable of. So Jenna was kind of white knuckling it the whole way there, but we made it up, and the truck didn't overheat. It did great. We did awesome, and we made it there safely. And man, Groveland was beautiful. And I think that's the reason why I say Wilderness Lakes was just okay, because once we got to Groveland, I was like, yes, this is what 1,000 Trails should be. Yeah,
we got a spot that was literally right on the river, Tuolumne River. Look at this beautiful river. I mean, come on. Could not ask for a better spot than this. Gorgeous.
This park is like basically right on the gate to Yosemite National Park, and then you have about an hour drive to get down to Yosemite Valley, which actually, because 1,000 Trails, once you pay for the membership, your stay is free. We actually just left our rig in the 1,000 Trails Park for 5 days.
We asked.
we did ask permission, and they said it was cool. I don't know if that's the case with all 1,000 Trails, but this particular one, they were cool with it. And we just left it there for 5 days while we went in and camped in Yosemite and caught up with family and stuff.
Yeah, so it was awesome. I will say one thing about Groveland is there's zero cell reception, and they do have Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi in their clubhouse building, which you can go walk to and check up on your messages and emails and stuff, or you can buy internet there. So, but
it's basically dial-up speed. So I purchased it obviously because I make my living on the internet and I needed it, but it was rough. It was almost not worth it.
The town of Groveland itself is actually really cute itself. It's just kind of a destination spot to go to, even if you're not going to go to Yosemite. Groveland's cute. It's just a tiny little town, but it's a little mountain town, and there's a lot of cute stores and shops in there. There's a park. There's quite a bit in Groveland itself.
People smoking weed and stuff. It's very hippie hipster mountain town. But
Groveland itself is a half hour from the park, so it is quite a ways away from the town of Groveland. It's not actually, when they say Groveland 1,000 Trails, I feel like it's still a distance from Groveland.
It's outside of Groveland, but it's closest town, I guess. So up until this point, all the places that we've stayed have had full RV hookups, okay? We really just wanted that convenience as we sort of adapt to the lifestyle and learn the ins and outs of our rig and stuff, but we really wanted to try our hand at dry camping. So our next destination was a little bit further north at Whiskey Town Lake, so we could try our first boondocking experience. That's what the full-timers call it.
We're boondocking!
Or wild camping, that's my favorite.
Yeah, wild camping. So if you want to see some wild camping, definitely. You want to see some wild camping? Oh, sorry, that was a different kind of wild. Camping Gone Wild.
XXX.
Yeah, censor. So,
Hold on. Okay. Hold on.
okay, I got it. I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
Okay.
So up until this point, all the places that we've stayed have had full RV hookup. So why are you, what the freak? Gosh, dang it, I'm gonna throw this. So if you want to see our first boondocking experience, definitely click that subscribe button, or if that video is already made, just click right there. I'm Dan.
I'm Jenna.
And we're the Thompsons. And you're watching Rockin' and Rollin'. Because life rocks in your home. I screwed it up! What am I supposed to say?
Don't you do this for a living?
I know. I'm Dan.
I'm Jenna.
You're watching Rockin' and Rollin', and remember, life rocks
When your home rolls. That was good.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Okay.